Hello, in this video, I will give you an example of how an outcome statement can look like. Starting with the change that happened, that is the outcome, the title. In February 2019, the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in its Land at Scale funding facility, explicitly references the SDGs and voluntary guidance on tenure as guiding frameworks, and recognizes that successful interventions on land governance are necessarily context-specific. So here we have the 4 elements in the title. The when did it happen, February 2019, where in the Netherlands, who, the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and what's the change that the funding facility now explicitly references the SDGs and voluntary guidelines on tenure as guiding frameworks. So this is very clear and specific in one sentence what the change is. And moving down on the evidence part, here the team has submitted different evidence that shows that the change indeed happened. So we have the first and second draft of the Land at Scale, comparisons of the versions, and also different links. So this shows that an outside reader can verify that this change has taken place. And the description part, I won't read the whole part, but shortly, the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs developed the proposal for the Land at Scale funding facility. And the first draft of the facility had a very technical focus, including false assumptions that were not referenced. And the current version has been adjusted to incorporate explicit attention to women's land rights, not just as a way to protect the rights of billions of women, but as a strategy to ensure inclusive development for all. And it does so by explicitly referencing the SDGs and VGGT as guiding frameworks. And all of this lacked in the first draft. So here in the description, you see an elaboration of the change. It goes a bit into details about the differences between the first draft and the second draft and how certain changes now has been incorporated. And in the relevance part, it says it is important that funds will reach and enable local communities and women to secure their land rights. The current version reduces the likelihood of the facility being misused for large-scale land acquisition. It is now a strategy to invite inclusive development and protect smallholder farmers and women specific. So here it touches a bit upon the why it's relevant and significant, this change to the project's objective. So because the project is working on securing land rights, then this fund will enable local communities and women. And moving further to the contribution, then here is where the team can link how is it plausible that the activities, which are the interventions that has contributed to the outcome. So in this case, the Right to Food team wrote a lengthy feedback document to the first draft. They consulted within Oxfam, also with other CSOs, and attended roundtables. And this is the part of the work that the team has done. And what is important is also to submit the evidence to really verify that these contributions took place. And this evidence is messages of appreciation for the feedback from the ministry, and also feedback and input. So the versions where you see the input to the initial draft. So having all these elements give the full overview of the title together with the description, significance, relevance, and the contribution and evidence.